Are you at the point now? Have people been? Has the trainer come over and said, "Hey, Ike, you got to sign a stick for someone in the other room"? Is that happening yet?
Yeah. I mean, I think
That's
that there's
time.
always
That's big time.
Fifth year in the league. That's like year 10. They want the sticks, but
I think you never know, right? Because so many guys do charities in the summer and they're getting sticks, and but yeah, I mean, I think that there's some guys have kids that want sticks. I mean, I know in our locker room, like we had Pominville the last few years. He's got a kid who's like old enough to follow the game, and he's a big fan, and he plays, and he's really good. So he's always asking Palmer to get other guys sticks on other teams for himself. Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's pretty cool.
As far as the fastest skater, any maybe steak dinners on the line, anything of that sort?
Nothing on the line, honestly. I just got to make sure I get a good warm-up before it. Don't want to hurt myself, and
yeah, that would be my biggest fear doing that. Like just popping.
GMs hate that one.
Hey, I texted Millsy, your teammate. I want to call her cup with him, Colin Miller. I don't know if I've told you guys that story, but I'm like, hey, team me up for some stories, and he goes, I don't know Ike's that well yet, and I was surprised to hear that because he's such a great guy.
Yeah, he is great. Yeah, I mean,
is he not cool enough to hang out with the?
No.
The Eichel clip?
No. I took Millsy to catch this year for the first time. He had never been to catch.
You should have mentioned that.
I took Millsy to catch when we were in New York City. Actually, him and Hutz were complaining we were going to a later dinner. It was like 8 o'clock, 8:30. Like that's not late, especially when you're in New York City.
Well, I mean, that's when you start getting a pulse at those restaurants.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you're looking for,
a
though.
little eye candy in there.
That would even be early. Like, you're eating at 10 o'clock if you want the action.
I was gonna say, yeah. Usually you're getting in there 9:30 or so.
There's probably Millsy's girlfriend doing a little research, being like, "Oh yeah, why such a late dinner, sweetie?"
It's called Catch. Yeah. It's no one's there. Don't worry.
Yeah, seafood place, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Though talked about the awesome season you have. And did you do anything different approaching this season, or is it just you think natural progression of your game?
I don't know. I think I just wanted to score more goals this year. I think that was kind of one of my big goals going into the season, and in the off season, just trying to work on that. And I can't really say one thing that I had pinpoint on this success. I'm starting to shoot lower. That's really simple to say, but like you talk to a lot of goal scorers, a lot of guys shoot low, and it makes it tougher on the goalie. I don't want to give my tricks away to the goaltenders, but
don't want to do that.
Well, now it's going to cost you.
I know. I was going to say, we were at the World Championships, and Patty Kane's always talking about how he always shoots low, and he had 50 last year, and he's a pretty good goal scorer. So, I know. I just tried to shoot more pucks low, and I mean, I don't know, just chemistry with your line mates. Sometimes it clicks, and our power play was good in the beginning of the year. It hasn't been as good lately, but I can't really pinpoint one thing.
Okay.
Well, you've already tied career high in goals with 28. You always had coaches telling you to shoot it more, right? Your shot's unreal, but you've kind of been like a look to pass guy.
Yeah.
But there must have been times as last year went on when you're like, dude, how did I not shoot that? Something finally clicked, enough.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think I passed up a lot of opportunities in the last few years to shoot the puck, so it makes sense that you score more when you shoot. So
he'd be dead slot, nobody near him. He's looking to give a guy a backdoor tap. And you're like, your snapshot's 94 miles an hour.
He's bringing Millsy to catch. He's probably putting team dinners on the board every night. Probably a bitter taste in your mouth after the way last season went. You guys had such a great start. This year, you guys had another fairly good start.
Grinelli's
and then all because of Grinelli.
Come on, G.
But this year you guys dealt with a few injuries, but with your play, you've been able to keep your team afloat. What's different this year? Obviously, the new coach, but just talk about that.
Honestly, the coach is a huge part in that. I mean, he's so good. What you had him for
awesome.
I remember when he texted me this summer after him getting hired. Yeah. He gets hired and kind of no one knew anything about him, and then you just kind of hear stuff from other people. I remember you text me. There's a few other people that hit me up and said stuff about him, and everything was so good. And then I met with him in Slovakia at the World Championships. I think he was already in Europe, and he came over to Slovakia, and he was like, "You want to go grab a cup of coffee one day?" And we went for coffee, and we talked for an hour, and then we were just like, "You want to go to dinner?" And me and him went. We ended up going to dinner right after, and then we had a 3-hour dinner. And some of the conversations about hockey, but a lot of it was about we talked about everything from cars to rock and roll to vacations to politics. He's somebody who you just talk to about anything, and
he's a professional in terms of
he's a professional everything. Yeah. When he talks, it's you're He's so intelligent, and he handles our room so well. Like, he never lets his emotions get the best of him. If we play bad, we have a bad game, and instead of, the usual, like, come in and kick the trash barrel, let us have it, he saves it, doesn't say anything, and he regroups with us in the morning, and he delivers a really, really good message. And after he delivers that message, everyone's like, holy shit, like,
Yeah.
I'll go out and play right now if he wants. You know what I mean? So he does a really good job of that. And everyone I don't think there's not a guy on the team that could say a bad thing about him.
That in Edmonton, the year that he was there, it was the lockout shortened season. We had a chance at the playoffs. The trade deadline, we were in the 8th spot. Ended up obviously falling apart, and they fired him via Skype. It's well known, but you couldn't find one guy on that Oilers team to have said like that he should have been fired. It was. When do you see that, when a team doesn't make the playoffs and a guy gets fired? You're like, wow, that was not his fault. And so right away I was like, he needs to get another chance. And then I was excited to see that it was Buffalo, because I knew you guys would hit it off. And I just think the way he approaches not the game but like life every day.
Yeah, life. Yeah.
He's like, good morning, Wade. How you doing, man? And you're just like. It's that new age of coaching that is so much better.
So how loose is it in the locker room then? Is he like chirping guys and stuff?
No, not like that. No. I mean, he has like he has a very good presence about him. Like, he demands respect, and everyone gives it to him, and he's not that loosey like that, but he can definitely have conversations with you about other things other than hockey, and he takes interest in your life and your family. And I think that's another reason why guys respect him so much, is you can have a conversation with him about something other than hockey or what's going on in the locker room.
So, I was going to ask, there's been debates going on about Cal McCarr and Quinn Hughes and who the best young defenseman is, and Dahlin. A lot of people seem to think that this kid hasn't even been close to reaching his top potential.
No, he hasn't. No, I don't think so. Obviously, he had the injury that he dealt with early in the year. He had a really good start to the season, and I don't know how many points he had last year, but I mean, he didn't turn 19 till after the season was over, which is pretty crazy. And like, if you spend time around him, or if you like practice against him, like some of the stuff he does in practice is pretty absurd. And like, even like, he shows spurts of it in games, and I like you said, I don't think he's even scratched the surface. And D is a tough position. I think Quinn Hughes and Cal McCarr obviously having huge years, but I think when we see Rass like meet his full potential, he's going to be unstoppable. Like
compared to who? Like a Lidstrom type? Like, is it?
I think he's different. It's weird.
He's different. He's Lidstrom.
Niedermayer's a scary one because of what he did, but he can roam around like he did.
I was going to say, yeah, he's so skilled. Like, he almost thinks the game like a forward, but he plays D, and he'll finish checks, and like, I call him the worm. Like,
Perry's like, I'll fucking elbow him. That's my name.
Yeah.
Is that what his name is?
Yeah, Corey Perry's the one.
All right. Yeah.
For different reasons.
Okay.
They're both slippery,
he's
though.
He's just like so like loosey, and like, he'll just like put the puck under you, and then like kind of like go, and then he'll be on the other side of you with the puck. It
looks like he passes out in the middle of a move. The other day he had a clip go viral. He didn't even score, but it was just a ridiculous toe drag where you're like, that has to be a forward doing that.
He toe-eyed the first guy, or he put it between the guy's legs, and then he toe-eyed the second guy. He didn't even need to toe-ey the second guy, but he did just to do it. Yeah. And then he's he's unbelievable. But he obviously had the injury this year, which is tough. Every time you get dinged in the head and you miss time, it's never easy. But he's been really good for us. I mean, he's a tremendous player. He's only going to get better.